All right, so we've just had the RBA's final rate decision for 2023 come out, and they've decided to hold, and that's in line with their sort of expectations of what the market was saying going to happen. And look, it's pretty much based on the fact, as far as I can see, that they said they're data dependent. CPI had a massive drop off. Like the drop was bigger than the increase from the month prior when they sort of raised. And a lot of these people saying, "Oh, it was the raise that they didn't need to have," yada yada yada, whatever. It seems to have done the trick in the short term for CPI. So we're seeing pretty much a textbook reaction from Aussie here. Drop off is at the moment probably around sort of 20 points or so. We sort of pushed up a little bit prior just to this. We were sort of sitting just underneath 66 a few minutes prior to the rate decision. Goes up, grabs a little bit of liquidity, and then obviously just bang, sort of powers down here. But we are sort of like finding a little bit of support at this 65.80 level. And if we sort of jump right down onto the lower sort of time frames, yeah, I mean, look, it's too easy. I mean, too sort of quick, too short term to really sort of take anything from this at the moment. There is a chance that you see some sort of reprieve on this, depending on sort of what they decide to do moving forward with the US dollar. But at the moment, I think sort of certainly if we break this 80 level, which is attempting to sort of hold here for the last 10 minutes or so, it being sort of 20 to 3, so 10 minutes past the print at the moment. Your lower level supports are sort of 56.70, and then below that at 56.50. And as I sort of followed on a couple of the daily take videos, and that they're still very much in their sort of the healthy range for the overall move. In terms of anything to sort of show any sort of recovery, we're seeing a little bit of a sort of constant sort of winding up down here. So this again, if we drag this down, oops, this could be giving us a little bit of a sort of a downward channel that we can sort of use. And obviously you can see we've sort of overshot this a little bit so far. So we've just taken out that 80 level to the downside. So we can get rid of measured move from that there. And we can just sort of wait to sort of see how this sort of reacts moving forward. But pretty much a sort of expectation. The commentary on it so far, as I've seen, is just sort of like, that whether further tightening needed depends on the data risks. Monthly CPI suggests inflation moderating. Board resolute in determination to return CPI to target. I mean, well, yeah, that's what your job is. So it's nothing really too much to unpack or sort of take away from that. So that's the RBA rate decision on hold for the end of the year. And I think it was back in February for the next rate decision to sort of see what happens there. All right, that's it from me.